Hi everyone, I just want to make sure you can hear me now. Of course, my volume wasn't working. I'm Marcie Besecker. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Welcome, welcome. All right, I'm going to make sure I can hear. Everything is good. Make sure I have the right speaker on. Yes, it's the right one. How is everybody? I need to skip my ads and all that good stuff. I'm trying to read back. All righty. Hello, Laura, Carol, Debbie, Sally, Stephanie, Feline, Linda, Gloria, Chris. Hello, hello, everybody. Oh, thanks, Gloria. I got it darkened for the winter. I usually go a little darker. Ooh, don't mind that mess right there. I came home last night and threw it all up there. Yay, Jennifer. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Linda. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Nola. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I decided to go a little darker. I like the lighter in the summertime, but it just gets light, 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 and then all of a sudden it just looks so dry. So I was with a friend yesterday. We had a planned day, and we had a really good day, a lot of fun. But honestly, all day I kept thinking, what am I doing tomorrow on my video? And then the day before, which was Friday, I was doing something all day. I don't remember. I watched my grandson, and then I got a lot of crafting done. Wow, that's really bothering me right there. Anyway, so we're going to get busy. We got a couple things. It's not a really long video today, so we'll chat a little bit. First thing I want to do is say I received some cards, really cute cards. So from Chris Hughes, a happy birthday card. Thank you so much, Chris. That was so sweet of you. I love that paper. So thanks. That was very, very nice. And then I have a thank you card from Rebecca Chapman. And it was for the bingos and just what I do and that kind of stuff. So that was really, really nice. Love the ice cream set. If you love the ice cream set, don't forget that's one of the sets we're going to do in the bingo. Yes, Debbie, my concert was fantastic. Hi, Tashana. Hi, Linda. Hi, Patty. I'll stay because I don't want to see the paper pumpkin cake. Oh, no, Tashana, this is the old one. So don't worry. I've been wanting to do something with the older one. With this one. It's this one. I don't have the other one yet. I'm like the last on their list to receive the other paper pumpkin kit, the new one coming out. So no worries. Yeah, it was a very nice surprise getting some cards. I really appreciate it. Patty from El Dorado Hills, up the road. Yes, my concert was fantastic. We went to, thanks to Shada, we went to see Luke Bryan, and it was really, really nice. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, Bonnie. Hi, Olivia. Okay, so Carol, I have a great project today for you. If you're just kind of like, I don't have the creativity right now, I don't know what I want to do, this is going to be a really great project for you to get rid of some of your DSP. Yes, I've had this video before, thanks to Shauna, and I did link my old one down below in my description. However, I have been asked a lot about gift bags. So we're going to do a couple different ones. Laura, we did have to show our proof of vaccine or a negative test to get in. There was still some people in masks, not very many. I can tell you for myself, I didn't touch the railings. I didn't, I sat in between people I knew. And I chose a section that had 4 seats. So there was 4 seats in a little section. These 2 people never even showed up. But a friend of mine that I saw came and we visited a little bit. And so it was, everybody was really, it was a country concert. It was like the best. It was so much fun. And Luke Bryan, He's worth watching. He was a very good show. He just nonstop went. Dylan Scott was there and Runaway Jane. So it was really good. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is, again, thank you for my cards very much. I appreciate that. I'm super excited. I'm going to a birthday retreat is what we're calling it. And our birthday retreat, we are going to be crafting like crazy. I'm doing some customer Christmas gifts. And we saw Brooks Undone a couple of weeks ago. Oh, I saw Brooks Undone. I loved them a long time ago. Loved them, loved them. Did you go see George, but no mask required? Oh, George, yeah. That would be a good concert too. My favorite all-time concert still, I get asked a lot. Garth Brooks, by far, the best concert. But I have to say Bruno Mars was really, really good. Okay, let's get to crafting. Okay, so I want to say that about, I showed you the cards. October bingo is Tuesday. I am down to 9 kits. They are available on my blog. You just go to marciebeseckerdesigns.com, go under events, go to October bingo. You can fill out your form there. At the bottom in red, I believe it says pay here. Click on that and you can pay for it. And so you can still be included. You will want to be included. The 3D product that I have, the project, you will use all year long. It's amazing. I'm so happy about it. So I can't wait to share it with you. So 9 kits left. So don't forget to sign up for that. Shelly, right? He was shaking his little tush. Whew. Okay. Anyway, back to business. Okay. Another big announcement is November bingo. I have chosen not to do Eden's Garden after all. The reason is the paper is limited. My bingo is not until like November 16th. I just don't want there to be any issues about not having the paper and that kind of thing. I will be doing plenty of videos with Eden's Garden, so don't worry about it. In fact, Wednesday I am doing a video, and so and we're going to do 2 cards. So hopefully you'll visit me on Wednesday at 5:30. Or is it 5? I'm so busy right now. Anyway, so yeah, Bonnie, I just decided I don't want it to be an issue for my viewers. I don't want to have an issue with kits because you just don't know how many kits you're going to get. So anyway, that's what I've chosen. But we will have some amazing things. What I want to hear from you is, do you want me to do a Christmas bingo again? Or did you want something from the annual catalog? So let me know. Thanks, Olivia. It is 5:30. I was thinking I was waiting for people to get home from work. Thank you. Oh, bingo is at 5. Thank you. I'm a little rattled. I have a ton of stuff to prep for my retreat, but you guys are going to love it because I'll share some stuff with you when I get back. Okay, so that being said, I leave next Sunday or Saturday. So I will not be here next Sunday or the following Wednesday because I come home at midnight on Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. And then my birthday is the next day. So I won't be doing Wednesday, but I'll be back on Sunday and we'll craft. Okay, so let's get busy. We have a lot to do. So this is what I wanted to show you. And I know I did a video before, but it just kind of gives you an idea. Everybody needs a gift bag. Everybody has DSP that needs to be used, right? So I'm going to show you the perfect little way to make this bag. It is so easy. So for you saying that, you know, you don't have mojo, you're not sure what you want to do, this is a fantastic way to use up your DSP. And I'm going to show you a really great way to create something that is not a card with the, oh, I took the name off of it, the Love and Santa tag kit. So for this tag kit, okay, So yes, you can put the tags on cards and do different things with them and create cards or whatever you want. Sometimes I get a paper pumpkin, and I get it anyway because it's my challenge to kind of come up with something. The card bases in the paper pumpkin, I'm not a fan of. They're too thin, but I do cut them off and I size the front to whatever I want. I'm still going to get that image on my card, and then I pull out my white thick card base that matches everything, and you can make some really amazing things with all those pieces that you get in a kit, even if they're not like for, where's my pumpkin? Even if they're not what they're intended to be. So I've got this cute little pumpkin that we got. I've seen people create some pretty amazing things with this that is not what it intended to be, and they put them on cards and different things. So don't forget that you can change it up. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some changing it up. But first, let's start. Ooh, the piles on my desk. Let's start with our DSP, and let's create a bag. Super simple. I will get the directions. Actually, the link below has all the measurements and everything, and I've had it before, but I will put it in this post. Yeah, Sally, that's really the way to go. Okay, so this really does not have a direction. This one had a direction. So I'm going to show you how you're going to do your lines so you know which way. I wanted my lines like this and not horizontal. Oh, I must tell you too that my grandson is going to be coming over. And so we're going to watch him while Mom and Dad go do some running around. I'm just knocking everything down. So while they go do some running around, we're going to, well, Papa's going to watch them while I'm in here, but all right. I don't know if, let me see if I can pull my screen up a little bit more. Okay, so this is, let me fix this just a little bit for you so you can get a little higher view. All right. Yes. No, it's not a kit. It's, oh yes, I'm sorry. It's not a paper pumpkin. You are correct. I need to change the title on my thing. Yes, it is a kit. So the Love Santa kit. Thank you, Tashana. See what I get for doing this at 1 in the morning. Hi, Kathy. So yes, I'm going to have to change my title, but that's okay. We're still doing bags. Okay, so you want to decide, do you want this to be your bag and that to be your trim? Or do you want this to be your bag and that to be your trim? So which one? So this is A and this is B. So which way would you like it? So let me know your thought, and then we'll go from there. 2 A's, 2 B's, and an A. So A it is. So now if I can remember right. Oh gee, was this A? This is A, is that right? Oh, there's a lot of B's too. This is A. Okay, we're going to go with this way because I don't remember, but I'm going with what you guys said. All right, so we're going to go like this. You want to just make sure you know that your first measurement, uh-oh, I lost one of my tags. What happened here? Who knows? I'll find it. All right, so we're just going to move one over to number 2. So this is so simple. You want 2 of your matching DSPs. You're going to measure your first one at 2 inches, and 2 inches is going to be your flap for the front. Okay, everything else is 3 inches. Okay, everything else is 3 inches. And of course I chose a paper that you probably can't see that well when I'm cutting, but you'll get the idea. It'll be easy. All right, so there's that. Now what I like to do, because our papers are exactly the same, is I like to make sure, so if you look, this is exactly the same. See that leaf over here, this leaf, just check the pattern. So this is going to also be my number 2. There's really no reason, I just do it that way. All right, and then so now You did 2 for your flap, and then now you're going to turn, turn, turn. They're all 3. Okay, so this is a perfect thing to do. I mean, you could do this watching TV. Put this board on your lap and away you go. But this is a really good way to get use out of all that DSP that you have. Okay, so there are my 2 papers just like that. So we're going to set our board aside for a minute because we are going to be coming back to that for my next project. All right, so now what we're going to do is, now the 2 is at the top. So just so we don't get confused, let's go ahead and fold in your 2 inches, okay? And I like to go ahead and score it down, burnish it. Okay, that's number 2. All right. Look, you can tell my hands are getting worn right here from like doing stuff. Oh, okay, for 6 by 6. I do have good projects for a 6 by 6, so I will. I'll link that in this video, Carol, because I think I have a video already. Now here, you're going to want to tape this down. So my suggestion that I did on my last video, which I really liked, is use your old runner if you have it. Use your old tape. We got to use it up, right? We still have our Stampin' Up! Runner there. So our snail. So you just want to fold that down. It doesn't really need to hold really tight or anything like that. But I like to go up the edges. Uh-oh, Charlie, shh. And then go all the way down. And then go back up my edge, because once you glue everything, those will be nice and tightly down. Okay? Enough of my seal. Okay, now, before you start folding everything else, you want to take, I like to use my larger scissors. You can use what you want. On one sheet, you're going to take off both of the corners. Okay, so I'm going to find my lines. You can probably see them a little better here. You probably can't. Boy, they are really on here. Okay, so I'm deciding which side is easier for me to see. All right, we're going to go right here and go up right to the score line. And then I'm going to just fold it a little so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. Okay, and I might have went too short. Just be careful when you're doing it. You want to make sure. I went a tad short there, so we'll see how that turns out. All right, so just go straight up. And you might even do that. You could do this on your trimmer too. Okay, so you have one side cut and one side not. All right, so now what you're going to do is you also, in addition to this, you need a piece of paper. And I'm going to go ahead and choose. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to see what I already have a small piece of, if I have one. And I have this cut already of the evening evergreen. You're not going to see it, so it doesn't matter. And the measurements will be on the blog, so don't worry about that. And it's going to be 2 7/8 by 5 7/8. So we know that this one is not going to make 5 7/8. So we're going to do 2 7/8 this way by 5 7/8. Which means it's probably 3 by 6, which is why you're gonna go a little smaller. Okay, now what I do is I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna burnish everything. This is the outside, so we are going to burnish all of our measurements. And just make sure you're burnishing, make sure your edges, you know, are close up here, nice and straight. I'm going to do this one a little bit over. Just kind of pull it up, make sure it's straight, and then burnish. And same with this one. Okay. All right, so that's the one that's cut. I'm going to move that one on the left side. And then this one, what we're going to do here is you're going to now cut this way. Don't cut this way, and I'll show you why. Hi, Cindy. All right, so I'm going to find my line here. Hold it just right in the light so you can see what you're doing. This print is, of course, I picked one that's really hard to see. All right, so now you're just going to go up to the line. Let's go ahead and wedge our pieces. You just need to wedge a little bit, not too much. Okay, so if you don't know wedging, what you want to do is you want to pull off just the corners, because what happens is when you fold this over, if your corner sticks out, you're going to see it. If it, you know, if it's not exactly perfect, it just gives you a little bit of wiggle space. So just cut those off. That's all you need to do. All right, so this is the inside. We're going to take the middle flap and push it up. Now this is where you're going to adhere your piece right here. So what I do is I take my glue and it's just to kind of give your bag a little bit of sturdiness, a little more support. Okay, so I just do that, add it to the bottom of the bag. Okay. So just add that, and now you're going to just finish burnishing everything over here. I tend to leave these out just so this isn't in my way while I'm dealing with this. And now we can just burnish all that. Okay, so same thing. Make sure your top is in line. So it's really a simple project. Make sure that is aligned at the top. Okay, there we go. Now, I always make sure the full one is on the right and the cut one here is on the left. All right, and then you're going to push these right up next to each other. I'm going to glue this side, and I like to use glue. I don't like to use tear and tape or seal or anything. I just like glue. To me, this holds the best, and I just want to make sure I don't go too terribly close to the lines. You do want this edge kind of a little close, but really super thin lines so it doesn't ooze everywhere. And I had a paper down here. I think I moved it. Well, it's all right. And then just have this really close, and then fold it over, and then make sure that you're nice and flush up here at the top, which it is. You can turn it over like this and just make sure everything looks fine here. All right, so we did that. I think I got a little piece of glue. Okay, so there's that side, and now this one went on the inside, so we're going to make this one go on the inside. And I'm kind of wondering if I did that correctly. I think I did it. I think I normally put the glue on this side, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about it. But I'll show you why I would not have done it this way, and I just did it wrong. But we're going to keep it consistent, and this is going to go on the inside over here. So I'm going to lay this down here and fold this. I want the bottom flap to go with the front. And I think I should have done it the other way. That way all your seams are going the same way. Okay, so you can see I'm doing my glue super thin. Just kind of running lines. All right, so we're going to hold this down now. Bring this over and just make sure that it aligns. Everything aligns just fine. Now, you could store your bags like this. And you could just do a bunch of bags, have them ready to go, and they're going to be ready to go. Okay. Now, the seam right here is going this way. That's why I did it wrong this way. I should have done it this way, but that's okay. We're going to first flap in our support flap. So see what's going to happen is it's going to be like this, and I'm going to have a seam here, but the sides, the seams are here. So think about that when you did it, because I just did it wrong, but that's okay. So here is where you're wedging. See how you wedged, and now you can see underneath. If you didn't wedge and you didn't get this exactly right, you're going to have a little corner sticking out of your edge right there, and you don't want that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of glue here. And it doesn't have to be a lot. We're just kind of holding it down. And then this one. It's just, again, adding support. So when I told you you want to cut the bottoms, it's because when you cut the bottom right here, this is going to fold in here. Otherwise, if you cut the sides, then it's going to, your support would be over here on the side, and you don't need that, right? So we're just going to fold those in. I'm not worried about having everything stick just yet. I'm going to kind of hold them and bring in my glue. I do kind of go close to the edge, but again, just a small line because I don't want it oozing everywhere. All right, so there's our glue. And then what I do is I like to make sure my little pieces are folded up there, and then pull the bag forward like that, so you know everything is on there. And then take something like your bone folder, just kind of run it across. And now you have your bag. Okay, so then here's your cute bag. All right, so let's finish it. While everything's still kind of drying, I'm not going to fold it and everything. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But at the top part, you can fold it down a little bit, and you're going to see that that's how it's going to, you can close it at the top, okay? But we're going to add some ribbon for our handles, and I'm going to use my Evening Evergreen to just offset the greens. I think it's so pretty. All right, so you guys know, if you watch me, that my husband broke my hole punch. So we're going to use my crocodile, and I'm going to use the smaller side, which, let's see if there's measurements on here. I don't see that there are measurements. There probably is somewhere. Oh, 1/8 and 3/16. So we're using the 1/8 side because you don't want your ribbon to come back through the holes. So use your smaller size, and this right here, if you have one of these, this right here you can adjust and move up and down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an idea. I'm going to come this way. No, I'm going to go this way so I can see that coming out to kind of get an idea of where I want my bag, my hole. And then I'm going to move this down. And I want it a little lower, so I'm going to push this back up so it can slide down farther. And I think, I'm kind of thinking maybe I'm going to go all the way. Yep, I'm going to go all the way down. Okay, so what you can do is you can measure this. I usually eyeball it, but let me show you what you could do. You can measure how far in. So let's say we want to go in 1.5 inches. So this right about here, I'm going to get my pencil, is about 1.5 inches right there. Okay. And then this one, 1.5 inches in, is about right here. All right, so now I know where they're going to go, and this is going to tell me how deep I want it to go. So this one right here. So right here, is where we're gonna have it go. So right where I can see it. Okay, so that's where I want it. So what you could do is you could just fold them like this, put your seams together, and now you can see where your hole is where you want it. Now you don't have to punch the hole ahead of time, and it doesn't have to be exact, right? So just come back down to where the space is at, because I did 2 at a time. I did, see, now I have 2 holes here, but that's okay. You don't have to do that. You can do it this way instead. And once you put your ribbon on, you're not even going to know. There's my line. Go all the way down right where that space is at. And then that's where my hole's at. Okay, so now I have the holes where I want them. Okay, and now what we're going to do is do our ribbon. So I usually think about, you're going to put a knot in it. So how big do you want your things? I think I'm just going to do them about that long, which is 12, 13 inches, something like that. So not too, it doesn't have to be exact, but you do want your both of your strings to be the same or very, very close, because you don't want one handle longer than the other handle. Okay, so we're going to put this one, put it through. I bring it all the way up, make yourself a knot. And because we use such a small hole punch, I mean, you don't want to use a teeny tiny one. And you could put eyelets in if you wanted and really kind of make it fancy, but I just kind of do the hole towards the bottom. Okay, and then bring this one. I kind of do it straight and smooth, bring it back through. But you could do a bunch of these bags with old DSP and have it, and then that way you can just stack them up, put them somewhere. I have a stash of bags from my last video that I did with bags, and I still have a bunch of them. I'm trying to find them. Okay, so this is on my last video that I showed you guys. Okay, I just haven't put the strings on them yet, but remember this paper? So this is a good masculine one. Okay, so, and then I'll show you how to fold them. And so I just kind of take one and stuff them in there, and they're kind of the same thing. And so you could, I could switch them up though and do like all masculine and, you know, that kind of thing. And so they're all just here and ready to go, right? Oh, good, Deshauna. Oh, good, Anique. Hi, how are you? And then, okay, so there's, oops, there's one handle. And this is the one that I had 2 holes, so I'll fix that. You can either add a glue dot behind your knot or something like that, or I'm going to tie another knot right there. So we'll go back through, and I'm going to do another knot really close down where that one's at, and it should be fine. And once you put tissue paper in and all that, nobody's going to tell. Okay, so there's that. We're going to put this one back through. So note to self, pay attention to which way you're doing this. And like, here's the raw side, but you can't even really see it. As long as you put your glue, a nice thin glue line close, there's no glue right here, and it's really, really close. You can't even really tell. And then when you turn it over, you can, there's like a line right there, but it's really hard to tell. All right, so again, you're gonna do your knot, and I like it close to the edge. Okay, now when you do this side, what I like to do, and you can trim these little pieces off too once you get it done and tighten your knot, but I like to keep them a little bit loose just until you know, because you want your handles to be the same. So kind of bring them up, kind of figure out, like this one's still a little loose, you know, kind of bring them up and figure out what, how one's big and one's smaller, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's do that. So see, that is perfect like that. Okay, so now to fold it, you're going to fold the top and just kind of fold it down. I like to make sure that these top edges are equal, and then just kind of go like that and fold it, and you're creasing this down in here. Okay, now I go to this side, and then you could store them like this. I have a bunch of flat ones with old paper that I had, like a whole big tub full of them. So, and these would be great if you make Christmas ones. You could just put it on the bottom inside the bag, correct? And you don't see it. I'm just saying you can see a seam, and you really can't. I mean, this one, you can see the green slightly there, but if you cut it just a little bit smaller, you can't see it. And it's really not that big of a deal. I don't look at the seams when I'm putting my label on store-bought bags. Okay, so there you go. It's nice and flat. You can tuck them away, and then when you open it up, you can just open your bag up, and it looks brand new. It has your little creases just like a store bag does, and so there is one bag. Okay, so that's one bag. Now my other video, you're going to see another type of bag that you can do, and so the link again is below. And this is what I did on my other video, and it's got a little handle on it. You can do a hole punch, and it's a smaller bag. So I show you that on the other video. On this one, I'm going to bring my paper out. We're going to go to number 2, which is going to be our kit. And thank you to Shauna for correcting me. It is a kit, not a paper pumpkin, so I'm going to have to change my title if it'll let me. So what you want to do is start out with a square, and because this is 8 1/4, we want to do 8 1/4 the other way also. So I'm going to put these in here, or 8 1/2. So 8 1/2, we're going to go back to 8 1/2 right here. And we're going to keep this. You can keep this for your piece at the bottom. We'll cut that down, so we might as well cut one now because it can be white. So 2 7/8 by 5 7/8. So 2, oh, nope, can't use that one. I had a piece already cut here, but I cannot find it. So I'm just going to grab the thick one for a little bit of support here. So 2 7/8. By 5 7/8. Okay. Exactly. It's a really good way to use your DSP app. Yeah, and then you could do a matching card. You know, bring in, you can do a matching card. You can even, well, on this paper, you know, this was our free paper. Why not use it and keep it? And then you could use your hand-penned colorful paper and make a matching card. You could also use your blends on this and color it up. So, you know, just kind of think about what you want for the front and the back and all that, and you will have such a great card. Okay, so now we have this, and we're going to create our own DSP. And so I'm going to start out with just jade. So what I did is I pulled out the directions to this. I can't believe I put that this was a, uh-oh, my video went black on me. Is it still here for you guys? Am I still live for you guys? Because on my phone it went black. So let me restart it real quick. That's kind of weird. Oh, it's fine for you guys. Okay. Okay, well, I'm back. That was really strange. It went to commercial, but I think it's because how I connected like a viewer. Okay, so I looked at the colors on the back of this kit, and we have Bumblebee, Just Jade, Night of Navy, Polished Pink, and Poppy Parade. I pulled all those colors out, and I'm just going to show you one side. We're going to do our stamping first, okay? Yeah, Steph, that was really strange. Okay, so we're going to pull out our stamp set. So in these kits, let me show you really quickly first. You get all of these little punch outs. So you have the Santa, you have the tree, you have a stamp set, you have some twine. It's just like a paper pumpkin, except you get the block with it right here. You get a block. You get all of these. Oh, here's my piece. So, oh, I forgot. This is a different size, so that reinforcement is not going to help. This one is. You're going to get some dimensionals. You're going to get these little sentiment things. All right, then you have all these other, like you have this tag, and it shows you pictures and step-by-step how to create these. Then you have some yellow, some green. So we're going to do, let's do the Christmas tree. So the Christmas tree, we are going to use a red, which I have right here. Okay, so there's those two. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking at this picture. They use the red and a yellow and a white. So I'm telling you, it is easier if you pull these off, because then when you're stamping, you can tell where your yellow is and where your white is. Otherwise, you're like, you don't want to stamp off. So this way you have your image exactly where you want it. Okay, so we're going to put all of this back in because I don't use any of this. I do use our string. And, okay. So again, this is going to be a much smaller bag because I cut this to 8.5 by 8.5 versus the 12 by 12. Okay, so we're going to use the tree, and we're going to put those aside up there. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just start stamping. So I'm going to pull all of these, and I'm going to start with our tree, our branch here. And I chose to do this in Just Jade because that kind of makes sense, right? So just ink it up really good. Kind of change your area where you're going to go. I kind of start in the middle and then work your way out, because otherwise you're going to end up with gaps, and you want to make sure that your image is all over the paper like I've showed you before. Now, by doing it this way too, you want to make sure that you're still leaving enough room for your other images. Uh-oh, Terry, what's wrong? Okay, so you want to make sure you have room for your other images, so you don't need a whole lot. Maybe hers kind of flickered out too. That was kind of a weird deal. All right, so make sure you go off. We're using all of this. And I like to just, even if it's just the tiniest bit, just working on mine and maybe reload the page. Hi Laura, how are you? All right, so here we go. So now I don't want to do too much over there, so I'm going to go like this. And you want to make it real so your stem shows up a little bit here. Okay, so I'm good with that. So we're going to need to do two. And I'm going to save you time, and I'm just going to do one because I have a finished product to show you. All right, so that was this, and now what I did is I moved on to the round circle, and I chose Night of Navy. So let me know, you guys, if you want November's bingo to be a Christmas or would you prefer just things out of the annual catalog? This month I'm doing my favorite things, which of course I have a lot more favorite things, but it's my birthday month. I decided I'm going to do something fun out of the large catalog and just choose some different items. Okay, so oops, I didn't do that one so well, but that's okay. That's probably going to be folded inside. And I'm using polymer, not putting a mat under me, which is okay. I just wanted you guys to get the idea. All right, and I think I'll do one more like right here. Okay, so there's that. And now we're going to choose the present. The little present. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling all of the images from this stamp set. Tashana, thanks for telling me that this was a kit, not paper pumpkin. I knew that. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, the two-tone. Okay, so let me tell you about how it comes out two-tone. When you put your stamp set closer to the edge, you're going to pick up darker images because you pretty much always stamp right in the middle, right? So it is going to pick up more ink on the outside. When I re-ink my greens, I tend to leave the spots instead of, you know, like blending them together really well because I like the variegation. See how it's darker down here? It's because it's a larger image and the stem is going around the outside and picking up the darker. Okay? And so with the blues and stuff, this just so happened to be the outside was a little darker because I've used that pad quite a bit. But with the browns and the greens, I tend to not blend them and smooth them out so much because I like the variegation a lot. Okay, so we're just going to put these random. Laura, I did get your message and I thought I emailed you back. So I'm going to have to double check. If not, I will send you, it's probably sitting there as a draft then. Yeah, I did my October one, I did that one with the annual catalog because that was for October's bingo because that is my birthday and that's what I chose to do. But I'm asking about November. What would you guys like to see for those of you that do bingo? Which would you like to see for the November bingo? So if you're joining late, I chose not to do the Eden of Garden because of the paper issue. I just don't want it to be a problem and because it's limited time. All right, so now I'm moving to the bumblebee and for the word you or for the word joy. Looks like you when it's this way. Look. Can you see it? Oh, let's see right there. See, it's Y-O and then it's a backwards L. But it's really joy. So we're going to go with joy. So see how this is a good example. See how I pretty much stamp in the middle a lot, but see how dark it is on the outside? So if you just kind of go half and half, you're going to get a little darker images. And that's just how the way of the world when you're using stamps is there's going to be a lot more color on some edges versus other edges. Okay. And so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of making sure we have enough color all over. Your bag's going to be upright. So in this case, you really don't have to turn your images too much other than the leaf. You want to make sure you're turning your leaf a lot so that you have those in other directions, but you don't really have to have everything else in other directions, right? This paper I cut down, it's 8.5 by 8.5. You want to start with a square when you're making a bag. And so I decided, I did this last night. Now this is a very small bag, and you can use this for, you know, card kits or something like that if you'd like. I just want to make sure I have the color everywhere. You know that part of this is being folded, and that's fine. But I just want to make sure that I have enough joy everywhere. Okay, I'm going with another pink present. I love polished pink. All right. And this little gift, look at that with a bow, but it looks like a daisy on it. I think it's so cute. All right. I'm going to do another one right there. Just because. All right, we're good. Let's do that. Okay. Yay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not doing Eden's Garden. I just decided that that's probably not a good idea with the limited paper. Okay, so Poppy Parade is the last color that has not been used. And so we've got these little berries. And so I'm just going to start putting those in. And just randomly put them wherever you need some color. And it's a great hole filler. How cute this is. And you're going to create this, and you're going to fill it up exactly. I mean, put the bag together exactly like we did the other one. This one is just a lot smaller because instead of 12 by 12, it's 8.5. So if your paper is 8.5 by 11, so whatever size your paper is, so if you're not in the US and your paper is not 8.5 by 11, then whatever your smaller size is the one you're going to have to cut so that it's square. All right. So, all right. I think that is good. I'll do one more right here. And I like to have them coming off the page a little bit, even though I know those are going to be cut off and put in the inside. I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm good. Let's leave it at that. Okay, so we used all of our papers, all of our colors, I mean, and all of our images that are not words. Okay, so you're going to do, now you're going to score just like you did the other time. So, okay, so I thought I ordered the SP, but not the bundle yet. Oh, thank you, Carol. I appreciate a thumbs up, you guys. Thanks, Olivia. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to score it, cut it just like you did before. The smaller piece is going to be this one for the bottom. Okay, so that's how thin the bag is, and I'll show you in just a minute. You're going to take your image, whichever image you want, and I know it looks busy on here, but when you see the actual project, I think it's really cute. It doesn't really matter. Okay, we're going to double up our thread. So I like to make it about right here, a little smaller. So think about, you know, the top of your tag if you're going to put it on a gift or whatever. So I'm just going to do it right about here. And so I make it even. I go through the front and then pull it over. Okay, now you can tie this in a knot and then slip this through and then hang it or slip it onto your thing, or you can leave it open and then go around your ribbon and tie it, or just leave it like that and you can use a little glue dot or something. So we'll finish that in a second. Let's do our little tags. And again, we're going to pull in our picture because I like to do the images as close as what they have. And then don't forget on top, let's see, they even brought us these, you know, gave us these cute little ornaments. I mean, embellishments. I was looking at these as ornaments. And then, so you can add those on if you want. So let's go with what this shows. And this is with Mary. So we're going to bring the word in. Mary right here. It's a really cute set. All right, so all of the stamping is going to be the same because they give you your ink spot in here, and it's Night of Navy. I tend to not open my ink spots because I have the ink, and so sometimes I'll bundle those in gifts and whatever. So I'm going to ink up my Mary. I haven't stamped with Mary yet, so I just want to make sure it's a nice crisp image. So you see how when you have one in here, it's going to be a lot, oh, closer. My blind friend Stephanie, let's see. All right, how's that stuff? And then you're going to take it and you can see your yellow. Of course, my head's probably going to get in the way. But you can see your yellow side to side, and it's just a little easier. I think I went too high. Yeah, I'm sure I did. Look at that. Because I'm trying not to put my head in the way. Although, the good thing is right now is you won't see any gray because I just got my hair done. But normally I try not to get my head in the way, but I'm going to have to. All right. Okay, so there is our Mary. And then we need and Bright. Mary and Bright. And Bright is right here. These are the tiniest little stamps. Okay, so Mary and Bright. And they just put it right in the middle. Mary and Bright. So there's and Bright. Okay. My Mary's still a little crooked, but that's okay. I'm going to put this one crooked on here too. So I'm going to do it with just glue dots. Oh, you guys are welcome. I took it out because I had the bags sitting up at the beginning and making those. And I should have brought it back in. Okay, so I'm going to make these a little crooked because I made my Mary a little crooked. So I'm just going to kind of tilt it over a little bit. And now I'm going to put my dimensionals, and they gave us these little dimensionals in here. And so I'm just going to go over, right over both of them so they stay. All right, and we're going to put that. I'm just going to make it crooked because I stamped it crooked, and it doesn't really matter, right? And, oh, except they had this underneath. So I'm going to put a little line here, a little bit of glue, and just kind of go right underneath here. Like that. There we go. All right, so there's that. So now when you bring your bag in, so here's how thin it is. Okay, this is a little thin bag, but it's perfect to put like some candies in, some gift cards. I tied this one up onto the rope. I did the Just Jade ribbon. And then I did one little glue dot right behind here, just so it can still swing, okay? And that way it's on there, and it does kind of blend in, just like the tree would. But it's so cute because it matches, and the colors are exactly perfect to match. Now, if you wanted to, you could get like one of our triangle banners or something, even a rectangle on some, maybe some, I keep wanting to say acetate, but not acetate. Why can't vellum, on vellum? And you could just put that on a rectangle behind it or something and pop it up, and you could see it a little bit better. It's up to you. So this we could turn into a card to match this. So let's cut this up. I'm gonna do, let's do this bottom section. I'm gonna do 3 3/4 by 5, and I chose this just because it looks like it has a lot of everything right here. And then this one is 3 3/4. I'm going to choose this at like 3/4 of an inch by 4, because this is going to go on the inside. We have a little bit of yellow here, a little bit of yellow, but I'm going to take some of this blue off because it's quite a bit. And, oh, I know you guys can't see right there, sorry. Right there, and so that way we can kind of cut that off a little bit. So these are the two that we're going to use. All right, so this is our extra. And now what we're going to do is, let's turn this over so we can see what we're doing. All right, so instead of making a bag, we're going to make a card, but that's how you would make the bag. I'm going to pull in a Just Jade card base. All right. And then I think I'm going to pull in a bumblebee because it's nice and bright. And you can pull in whatever color card you want. Okay, Laura, I'll double check. Would a DV fit in that bag? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, this bag ends up being about just under 6, like maybe 5 7/8, something like that, even maybe a little bit smaller. And then, let's see. Just over 7, like 7 1/8. So yeah, it's plenty big enough for a DV or like maybe a book or something like that. Even you could put in some gift cards and some candy or a package of cards. That was my thought, is you could take the rest of this kit and make all the cards and put them inside for somebody as a gift. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, we need to cut this down. So let's do this at 4. Ooh, this paper's crooked. I got a new trimmer at one time, like a big mega cutter. And the calculations were off. Oh my goodness, trying to get that to cut correctly was kind of a fun ordeal. So I'm just going to try and make sure this is straight. Okay. All right. So there's that. Oh yes, a Stampin' die set. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I have one here. Oh look, we can put some embellishments in. We can put in a stamp set. Watch. Let's see. It looks like a stamp set. This is, okay, so this is really creased in really well because I creased it. And this is, but you can definitely get that in there and add an embellishment. And then there you go. Cute little gift definitely. That's a great idea. Sorry, it's really close now, so I feel like it's all, the motion is kind of weird. But yep, you sure can. All right, so let's put this on here. And I think my seal, where did it go, is about to run out, but let's just... All right, so when you look at these kits, make sure you think of, you know, other options of what you could do with these, okay? So here, this one's 4. I have a stack of 4 by 5 1/4. So let's add this on the bottom of our card just to kind of tie it in, of course. Oh, make sure even though your words are stamped wrong, make sure that they're going the right way. I mean, stamped kind of off and wonky. You want to make sure that they're correct. So we can just put this inside. And again, you can layer it up if you want on another color and make the white a smaller size. This one I have here on hand, so let's just add it in here. Okay, so there's that. And here's this. Now, before we add that, I want to make sure, what we could do with this is I have somewhere removable dots. Let's see. I've had these, I couldn't even tell you how long, but they're removable. So I'm going to add one here. Oops, see how old they are? Let's see. One, and just a couple. So there's 3 little dots that are removable. So they can use that as a tag if they want. And what I would do is take this, it's on there, but make it a little bow so that it's not hanging all over the place. And they can undo the bow and still use this as a tag. And you could even use like the whirl die set and put, you know, removable gift tag or whatever. And so we can just add that on there, Merry and Bright. Oops, see, I knew it was going out. Did it run out? Yeah. So, it's okay. Glue. This can glue down because it's the tag that's removable, right? All right, so there's that. And then we have these cute little ornament things we can add. Oh, I'm sorry, that yes, the stamp set I'm using is this one. And it's from this cute little kit, which is Love Santa Tag Kit. The Love Santa Tag Kit. And you get this. So when you look at the kits, so if you go to my blog, marciebeseckerdesigns.com, you can go under shop, and then towards the bottom of that list, it'll say available kits. And the kits are available. They kind of come and go. They're here for a while, then they're gone. So, you know, if you're interested in these, make sure that you, I'm going to put the white right on there. Make sure that you get them right away, because when they're gone, they're gone. These kits will kind of come in and out. Okay, so I'm going to I took a yellow or white and I put it on the white. I'm going to put a pink on the pink over here. And then I'm going to take a large, looks like they only have pink and white in the large. I'll take a little yellow one. And I'm going to put it right here at the bottom. Okay, and then I'll take one more large pink one and I'm going to add it right to that package. So, ooh, let's take a large white one and add it to our star too. Okay, so see, now that's going to stay on there, but the rest are going to come off, right? When you remove this, it'll come off. All right, so there you go. So now you have your cute little bag and you have your cute little card that goes with it. So this is a bag that I created prior. This one I created, but I hadn't decided what ribbon I want to put on it yet. This is from the free, both of these were free in our sale-a-bration. And then this is the one that we created today. So just kind of make sure that your ribbon is the same size so that when people carry the bag, it's, you know, kind of goes along the same. Olivia, the removable dots, those are probably 10 years old, but I'm sure you can get them on Amazon, would be my guess. So there you go. Cute little set. Like you said, you could put a stamp set in, some embellishments, but you don't have to just use these as ornaments. Anytime you get a paper pumpkin or one of these kits or something, always remember that you can change it up and use it for something else. There's so many times I do not use paper pumpkin for what it's meant for, and the same with the kits. I will make some cards, but I definitely change them up, and I'll add the thicker white card base for sure. I do that, and then also add different embellishment, add a ribbon, add, you know, whatever that you want. The kits are mainly used for new beginners because it has everything that they need. It has the ink, it has a block, it has everything that you could just grab and take with you. But don't forget that you can change it up and then make something else really fun with it. And being that I was on the kick with the DSP last time, I just wanted to show you that you can really make any stamp set work. You may look at it and go, oh, I don't know about that stamp set. But really, like, a lot of times you're like, how do I tie it together? And this way you don't really have to tie it together. You just kind of, you know, space it out randomly and put it on there. And you can tell, you can add more pink or more whatever color you want and change it up. But then, so do 3 panels and then you've got some to make a card. And I still have this that I can make another card. I can make some gift tags. Use your little tag set. And there's all kinds of things you can do. Good night, Annie. Thanks for joining me. Oh, good, Carol. I'm glad. And again, somebody had mentioned that, you know, they're not in the crafty mood. They're not quite sure what they want to do. Create DSP. Make bags, you know, just make backgrounds. You can come up with ideas to do with them later and, you know, come up with the DSP and, you know, later on create something. Now my video just seems really like, here I go again. It is very, I'm trying to check something. It went dark again on my Facebook, so it must be commercial. I must be in a weird thing, but hopefully I'm still here. Anyway, so there's an idea for you. A great way to make some bags and have them on hand, and another great way to use up your DSP. And then also don't forget to create bags. They're great to have on hand for anything. Somebody's coming to pick something up, you need to drop something off, and you're like, oh man, I don't have a bag. You have those right there. Now, below, don't forget, I put a link on my first video on these bags, which was in January, and there's another smaller bag that looks like this one. And it has, that's a hole punch at the top, and then I used the paper that I took out of the top as the little tag below. So it just kind of shows you that. And so that's listed below. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are going to try them. All right. So let me know, again, November bingo, what you're interested in. If you want the annual catalog or Christmas, either one is perfectly fine for me. We are going south RVing soon. Oh, good. Yeah, we just got done, so we're back home for a while. But As a reminder, I leave out of town. I will be here on Wednesday, but I will not be here next Sunday or the following Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to have time to record something because I'm getting ready for this retreat. And Christmas cards, I'm trying to get those done just because I have a lot of stuff going on coming up, and I want to make sure I get all that done. Don't forget, on Tuesday is my birthday bingo. I have 9 slots left for my birthday bingo. We are going to be doing some projects that are out of the annual catalog, and we are going to be doing a really, really fun 3D project. We'll have a gift card project and 2 cards. And this 3D project might be something you might want to do for a Christmas gift idea, or for classmates or teammates or coworkers or whatever. Also, there's a couple things that I'm sending to you for this 3D that are not available in the catalog. We don't sell them, but I have them for you, and I will be sending them to you in your kit. So if you participate, you will get everything you need. Oh, congratulations, Bonnie. Welcome. I do have a lot of people that ask me about, I'm not going to be available to watch the bingo. So here's my thought on that. It's $35, okay? $35, you're going to get all the kit and everything. My classes are $25 in person or $35 in product. So you're going to be getting a lot of product to create some projects, and you're going to be learning some new things, some techniques, and some different patterns and different stuff. The video is available for you to go back and watch. So if you choose, I do have a couple people that aren't going to be available, but definitely want the kids and want to participate. So you won't participate in the bingo. Really, the bingo is kind of free if you think of it that way. Carol, mine is the 28th. Yay, Carol. And it is my birthday month, so I'm going to be giving away some extra items. A couple of them people have been wanting to purchase online, and I am not going to sell mine online because I'm going to be giving them away on Tuesday. So, that being said, only 9 kits left. How do you get them? Go to my my blog, marciebeseckerdesigns.com. Go under events, look for October bingo. November bingo is listed. I'm getting ready to change that up tonight, so that's going to change a little bit. That's right, Carol. I'm going to change it up a little bit and take off the Eden's Garden because I don't want it to be an issue with the paper and the sequence. So we're going to change that up a little bit. And I am hoping, thanks, Terry. I am hoping to get your input for November's bingo. I have a couple ideas either way, Christmas or annual catalog. So if you want to go to my Facebook page, Marcie Besecker Designs, and leave me a message, let me know if you would like to, I'm going to put a poll on there. Let me know if you want Christmas or annual catalog. All right, I think that is it for the day. You guys have a great rest of your day. It looks like my grandson's not here yet because I don't hear him. I was going to have him come in and say hi, but he's not here yet. So have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you on Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.